This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Now you're free and chaining to know you are satisfied. But say all say or minor, on your own, what Jimmy? Wouldn't you answer? We share and this won't be Kandapadi or Yapa. It is our arms on a quahifa as when you Quasiano, no, a Kufa Bodam in chain. Now, say a Bodam folk, a Bodam folk group. Then Kawenum, Casavintenai and Kedomo Bodia.
Answer Kabna Nyabotre, Nyabotre, Assemble Nyabotre. Bobie Ansah nyabotre ewusa ye mama kwaba Bobie Ansah na wati free no ade a waye na nado ne NPP no wase omunyanse ne mutim no hene bi no wasanti region na ono waje sika na manfo tu galamse se wase wapodom na dwenye aduma wakan straight forward na wase party ne go NPP party ne go in fact ohwe nneoma mo ye ene nsema mo ka party nego kura na dia mo bone se NDC fo nim bone ye enka de wo mo be NPP fo gu party no kura poto no enso NDC fo mo nim ye mo nim bone ye mo ye bone kura no musuro se ka NDC ende ko position say na NPP nya majority say ya kombese o man no asabo bi nsema wo kan no eja ma to ewa kra fam na no de busia ntibi
MPP na ayeka ai wa abo papo wade nkwasi asem se free NDC mu hwe kwame wo mo hwirisi ya no mo hwirisi ya no wo mo bada mu wo mo hwirisi ya no mo hwirisi ya no safo no no mo di agora omunni principles 1 ewo wiase ohwirisia no ohwirisia ohwirisia no ohwirisia ohwirisia no ohwirisia. You don't have principles. Say ono abu papa say osi say ono osi nipa say ene di na chi one people mu say 350 million say 500 million 770,000 666 say. Yeah. Well, but when someone beso aguso, we get near free party no mu. Hey, ba kwame. Abua papa so ya be ma o. Wo de anche, wo be hu respond or de bebre o mo. Abua papa. Na abua papa nko na ne ayi kokwa nyi do wonum tijina ye. Pound for pound. Abua papa. Obetimi wo mo. Wo be say by ochina. On the Monday, no, me catch it for me catch on say fight neighbor boba. Na me arrange niema we chire. Yes, niema we chire. Yes, niema we chire. Na free Monday ne nra ne nyire mo yes pa. E mo yes pa. Wakata che free fa borno. Wa twe ba ko mienu. What they are for us be mpa fichire. Ose de nim fia se ahwea ba. Oh. Ago prama so nya agro. Okata che free for pajanity ba ko mienu. Wa biem wo de aba fia so sinega. Fia so sinega je wa dane ne ho boko. Ba bia de ni hwere de osu be mpa fia na ni hwe. Wo biem mu mano. Oba da ye. Ago prama so nya. Enampa yedwa ai osbe baje board ba ko mienu mi esa wa pajanity why never obi ema wo si ye eno dia ka be ko awago promise ye e try ya den kre de japo so kwa fa board ko anim wo betimi fa board ko anim wo se eja me kwa nko me bema owo batani kono ngukwa mu aya diama no ye bra champions ye beba akanfo no ye party no why never ba ko mienu wa twibo no okoda nim bako efia so as de gatia no si dwoma money fa kwase akwa akiri kromfo ai Also, Papa Jan, it was a referee, so the red. Get away your fucking. So the red, mommy. Was it a Jan show red? Bakum Yenu, why never? I just have watch a bono. Hey, on the mestro, yes. What's that? What did they? I just have one day. Watch your barco, watch you, Professor Okoida, 7 and much honor on anybody near papa, and then Yasam Kumao. Yay. Party negu. Egu. I'm walking by so said the songs. We are said the boot. MPF. National Patriotic Front for. One more banner part so. Abantu and otherwise. 1 year. Akuku dan. Bakum yenu. Okoda nimra no abadachi. Hey. Aku probably so be dead. Ah, Jesewa. Ah. $38 no. By 2028 the I can't be fee. They can't be fee. Yeah. Them fucking things now 80 or over many side funka games no. Now I did group up on the side. But to saw me no saw ya. You better saw me. Ya to sorge. What producer block will be block no. Party nagu. Party nagu. Party nagu. Oko ya nkrofo a mo pe national chairman. Ene nkrofo mo pe your friend is a national organizer. Now raho. Ah, party egu. The only lucky Oma yana say, NDC phoning bonidi. Me. I've known said Omuka go NDC so from 79 and yana cre. NDC phoning bonidi. And because se kwame se me pa na malidi NDC. 57, 38. Near good party no within 2 weeks now for party for Frabana day. Eso muguno. Baby on beguno. Baby on beguno, they say. Because look, Kwame, what I cow. NPP people. Omo your neck meeting. Omo say party no. Omo your neck meeting. So omo your neck meeting I say no more. We invaso be na also. We no omo your neck meeting and faso bi ani so. Akufado no na agu party no. Wa said and wa say party no. Obeto party no say say na tia ko beti bi win elections. Agu party no. And on say before or the area no. Sa before no na chiro baby abekwa kope eduru. Meboa. Before na abekwa But yemi the way as our boy we see etimi gigi bawomi ho pa, but I think say politics. So Ghana for mutiemi. Say politics ankasa no. Kwame yenim entro dine adefe no say yenya baby anhye da na wiase asay. Because you see me when I don't like a candidate ubehu se sia se me pet candidate bia me wa NPP mu na minim say akwa we ya yede na ekono emfa enye yie me nnim ko gira platform so nko woso me ho but you see, say politicians, money jin crofo a omo pe bibia di ho. That is what I've come to understand. Yeah. Politicians pen crofo omo pe bibia di. Wo de bomemrane. Akwa wen sempa wa kanfa baobia ho. Dem desire. Oh, Kwa mo dia ya penitentiaries ni bi yi. Efru a kire kono say adwuma ne ebeye. Abo abapo. National Deputy Communications Director NPP. But unim ade bia misuro. Unim de kwame ade bia misuro. Minua okatachie so ka asem bi fa Baomia ho ene ese e friend say aboa papa no makoyi tape no. Misro for asma bani nyo. Asma bani nyekra. Sasa kwabno say a very crook guy. Also bampa de crook. Yaka crook criminal. Na no ya wale me see obi okasa fast na misro no okasa we wa hunu budget bi wo Kennedy no side na Kennedy ni bra champion no omo ye criminal chain no yeah wamo ube bre pa so obedi wo musika omo no omo ben pa tiem se ntokwa bone na menua na ka no na kwame atiefo mebo asem bi so ansa na mene eye honorable asafo agi akodi nkomo ehiame kwame otumfo ni wo konongo story no ewo ho fatu o mame fa ye no to o mame mbo eye galamsey asem no so. I think, sir, for the past 1 week, you know improvement and kakra. For the past 1 week, you know improvement. Akono omuguso, and I am say year juma omuguso. Makachre mo na makachre NDC aban. Hwɛ JM Papa J adia esi Ghana Emma Sebe former President Rawlings the late say Ghana ni bia bɔ ni dia na wasɔre agina hɔ no wanya matrama kwayo ye won kwase asem bi wo wa obi di a ye nya matramakwe especially when the whole Ghana ye nyina ya no akɔ bankrom se ade we edi enya. And let me tell you the difference between the NPP approach and NDC approach in this galamsey fight. Ansa na nketechire no won be jai kasani dede nketechire. The reason why Ghanaians were angry with Akufo-Addo administration was that Akufo-Addo and Bawumia Gabi, they were directly involved in galamsey, illegal mining. Gabi, stupid boy no. Sa Gabi, stupid boy no. Or no, sa kwasi asa no, kwasi ampeni sa no. Wamu na yes ade no. They were doing it. And yes, be a MPP buy na galamsey anyhow. Na galamsey wo ho. Na galamsey e wo ho. Galamsey nya MPP na de ba Ghana. I mean, nya nkola. We should be clear on this, and there are certain things no correct. Nya MPP na de galamsey e ba Ghana. Galamsey wo Ghana. Da. Tama na Cape Coast. Na brofo no sesa sikagete wo mpoano kra no. Na mini galamsey. Oti ase eduru ba bi no mu se ase de machine tu kofom na first bankrofo do mo sasasa ni nyina ebia. But the problem wa Ghana with the MPP administration was that the MPP government was involved in the galamsey. Say JM enum ba ye na JM no matimi afa national security cars eko ewrem say omo de kwakwa ko tu galamsey. How? Na national security for afa eye cars every eye Jubilee House na omo de call ewuram atiwa na ya che wo mo na boys na threaten say ye nyai wo mo a omo bebu bodin. Based on that na ya yi na pon head of transport a Flagstaff House ya yi na di because ono na ya so release cars no and my boys no they call atiwa forest. How so that is the issue. And when I know Obia Bufuno, Obia Gaza Galam say, Omwa. Go and watch the gold mafia. Then Akufo-Addo Bekache saw Beko court, no one to Yanko court. He was the one. Akufo-Addo was the one. Onu muna ne yes Galam saying. Gold mafia, Al Jazeera, a president anymore say. Went me and young one she yet to Kroma. Echo will see now or threatening journalist mentioning Gabi or Tredako that Gabi a Gabi and a yet kingpin in Galamsey no a Gabi no a bo no a lenke Baumia office. Look, yet ya me Bobie. What should be near say your empirical evidence say and this ni appointee way na A2 Galamsey. Why should I sit here and shoot the person? My madam, and I'm yare, and I'm my dream yamia. Miami old man Julius Debra onim say ye on one pokram ponwa and yadia Bobie didn't hobe channel. Because look, we can't support people to destroy a beautiful country like Ghana. We can't do it. Now, check this. Maka same way actually end this in penny for. They should listen to me, please. Yeah, the story be to us say Ghana Web. Konongo Traditional Council hands over alleged Galamsey kingpin to police. And this story was written, I think, on Monday, right? So this is the full story. The Konongo Traditional Council in the Ashanti region has handed over Mr. Kwabena Amofa, known as Alaji, to the police for questioning and possible prosecution over his alleged involvement in illegal mining activities in the Asante Achim Central Municipality. Mr. Amofa is suspected to be a key figure behind the rising Galamsey operations in Konongo, which have caused significant environmental degradation. So it goes on and on. Okay, so hold on for me. Now, Kwame, as some way me carry an for video no. The American say until said they will deal with the main culprits, the main people. Kingpins a kuku dan no ewo kroma no. Say JM to be the next from Shas o jelly bi jelly ahemfo a ubansa nkola no mu di akire ni nyina be study Kwame asante for your kasa bi yesi wo twaniti di aka ni nyina eya ahoma baro boy twa wo to so far as aniti di wo no forget it obetimi akọ me ba cho track trailer no se niti no a movie a ayi trailer no betimi a movie entimi. If you want to stop a truck moving, just what do nitino ejano ansana ni trailer no ayde nitini jina ena ni trailer ni jina we eje common sense amemo common sense o entina Rollins ewie O level form 5 not nso onim nyansa eche wo mo professors so ma bedi Ghana so ne doctors ni entina Rollins no onim nyansa che eje common sense governance your common sense. And so be catch them say, I'm wanting to pie no. Let me say, uti no a pie no. And they say, uti pie because you don't want to do the right thing. You are being compromised. You see, Kwame, on says you busa wasema. Na so you be a no kwafo. They want me a yes and no. The moment you start struggling to answer, now uti ya. But when you are a truthful person, Bobie Ansah idea way, yes, ubonse on at all. Because answer no heals you. No, ubonso ho at all. The answer you give, it heals you. It heals your soul. And when politicians tell me, I'm going to meet me, uti yo ya say, Bobie na area de. Ampa what Australia can say Bobie na area de. Bobie na area. And you say Bobie, ebo no ye campaign, eba power ntino. Ubo say, Opasa or Daniel 17 no tino ya. Because as o baby ko catch public no. Why you can't jail Bobie? And yes, ya na di tipa ye ne ba no. Na ti ya. Once you are wedding, say, Nedin say, why you say, simple. We say, ya Ghana, Mrasi say, would them 10 years, go to 10 years. Simple. So simple. Wait, we didn't a power no, no. A power say, or through phone and tipai no, abrabum. We didn't a power no, a power say. So the point is, Kwame, Senka, and this is buying and come J. Ekwa usi tape no. And no tie tape no munsem. And no msha so omo question. Ekwa usi. Gabi wachi asa da ko bra. Wo bra. Journalists no anu wom no bra. Ekwa wusi Galamsey no a powerful kababi. Police mpanimfo wom, soja mpanimfo wom, media practitioners. Ebi kura Bobie ametie ye dede na emia. How can you know? Mr. President, the minister, how can you know say Bobie amone no koba no? Say eyo no. How can you know? Entina brofo asem sia obi a wo mo nchen bia a suspect. Yeah. So that is why they are able to deal with issues quick. Asem sia everybody around or mamio or papa or bia a suspect. Yeah dear. Asem sia na ye hwe chiri ebi so Kwame Kwachi o ton chen no won na ya ade no. Anybody be catch us say there are senior media practitioners in this business. In the story about Ghana Web, yes, who gold, our Upper East, they are media practitioners. They have access to information. They have links. They call their partners our Togo, Burkina, other places. Chale, yasi who a yasa sibi how more bad bay. So go we see bra media practitioners here for was here Bobie Kwame Nkrumah tikese Kwabrama afo Listowell Ahonto Mugabe Boache. Okay, all right. So you are round here up asemo ani peke e dey da munim fa ho police form penny for na here for IGP eye wei any serious country will interrogate Ekwausi hard obeka obekire nkrofo kro ahemfo kro media for a soldier form penny for kro obekire. But you see Ghana politics sometimes entina ya na NDC we ni ye no ehwa na me pese me ja radio suba no ko wa hwe yi a no akwa kan de yanka but ade no so sa na tie we a common sense. Mo buy na mo jai wo mo sa nyema we nyina agu o. E na boys na omodo mo ye adwuma no mo chase wo mo forest. Say see akwa me maybe na me read this story bi anwonwi. Also last 2 weeks omo kopa mo. Yes nra. Another gang asiako invaded the forest. Do you know why? The head is there. You don't want to cut off the head. You are dealing with the trailer. You take one trailer off. Say head ni si won kwa dia ombenya trailer bako e dia so e common sense e nyansa wagimia ade we e be dia ma so be tie ase wagimia so wagimia on tie ase da. Last 2 weeks and omo kopam omo free awonwi forest mu. Today TV3 News or one of the channels that they are back. Do you know why? The head is there. Is that they just need connection. pa omuko ankrofo na mo so ma omo no yeah in the military in the police they are one. You can't tell me that the police here na NPP for do omuko galamsey fight no and this time they are better than them. It's not true. Obo mane bo ama obane bo ama de omo koi on the young soldier ni NPP tam no on the wajimi nyasa on the ono no odwene Ghana ho ohianku no. So do you think they are going to do anything better? No. Some are informants. They are going to tell them, Charlie, we are balance for baby at 2 weeks beyond. No more munjo. No more time chief 1 week be. So now, one more done mode of operation. One more done mode of operation. And to come steady here, a free time reacono, a bear on and off. Ubetiani says, oh, I have forest, ya clear ho, and wajo. Ubetia 3 weeks, now they are back. Because now, acquire negotiations. Meanwhile, the heads are there. Now, Tia Konongo ahemfo achi obi. And now, Omodina Kwakoma, a year police for. Kwame, me come at yourself, pa. Yanko Konongo police station says, I say, Oma money bail, independent of the baby, add 48 hours. This person should have been sent to court. Now, sign pano. Yan remandeno. Interrogate him hard. You're interrogating hard. And say Konongo him for a chain or then buyer. Which means they have evidence. You know be so. And you are buying. I am front of your witness. Oh my Jano. On an amo. Oh my Jano. Say, or no judge ya. A police for excavators. Now, or no judge nama order say, release excavators, illegal mining. So you see, the issue no young Kwalano Muguru Hono. The issue no young penny for a top of one. Ayomo Tienana Santi Hinasemu. Tienana Santi Hinumuasem. Namon judge me say Bobie, as my work and answer be any. Nana Sante hine say, oh no chronicle newspaper say, or hine no to no galamsey. And yet, at once, wow. And then Nana Sante hine a free NIB. Somebody is asking, is so for king of Ghana that he can command the NIB. Or command my day. Now, who cries an individual, who wait to me the asthma could die NIB say, Mammy, Munya investigations, Mammy. Oh, or tiny, or more casma, where on Nyansa powers, I divine Williams way, or Tassia on Nyansa, but or tiny, or nearby Treco or the beginning. Me as an individual, you, who wait me as Smako, die be a for so, now send me who are there way or area has say, into more investigate my no much or so be a 2 weeks, 3 weeks time. Yen me a writing tea, we know, and ya ding. Otum for say, oh, who ya no. On to me, and Kochi, Uncle so be mu, Wabronia dancing to no frere, and National Investigation Bureau. And no bomb one at mania say, I dare say no one who will chronicle munti, almost so nanti actually, emanation. Ampa omonanti echire no na akopie mu se no krese ohene no ene na chiame hene na chiame fo hene ene na cha se enye ono nko ahu wo mo doso ene omo ye saade no na otumfo apam omo nyina afiri akonya no kwame enti ana before no omo ya report ni wie no enti ohene ne ye nche no. You see the problem? Oh, problem, ayo. So, some problem, ayo. One problem, ayo. Yeah. And I before that I report, I'm a woman no idea dance yam or two for say I am passer or you need to galamsey. But I to me aunt no I'm prosecute no. Ewurade Nyankopon woka se nipa agimia Alaji Tanko, asem we yan kan say. Yan ka asem we say. BNI for akwaya investigations and who so hini we etu galamsey. Mienu asem yensa kura kan ho. And the report na koma otumfo. But oh Erade. Oh Erade. I didn't yanya ready. Yanya ready see if it to adi nase. Yanya ready. You see, when you don't deal with I'm say Togo for Burkina, there. Omoba damifie. Burkina for Omoba damifie. There are people here we are not ready. We are not. And it's sad. Enti NIB, BNI for no to at least nim encrophobia. Kipo buy no or report no. says I don't know, but they have the report. Kipo buy no or report. Then they no ma jani yesu. Yet me mufo no money yesu. No money yetiem. One me tiem say and I know and this the boy be Jimmy be. Say identity say me busa nadmo. Chief say or complaining. Oh complaining I say oh buy nadmo empty. I empty me na me man here empty. Me na me man here empty. Nadmo ye empty. Me Ghana fa be ka kire ne yan dey. Sam George say a friend say I think say national identification card some registration or something fraud Sam George ka say we no say or the asem no akwa attorney general sani epe and say Bobie me kasa me hold this Sam George ebio ono a minister proya obeto ye no or fire no and mobile money fraud, thank you. Or fire no and or the akwa attorney general to investigate and crofo woman no or the attorney general because or no Sam George on chinipa. So we a minister na so only this an common one. Minim say yes. Why do you da? So a minister na me this an common one. Straight up metiase. But say metimba bi na ba be catch them say your friend say me buy no ha say bibia ni ha bibia ni anti nipa no abeto no busane Bobie be yeso me duru at 2 o'clock me wura mu at 2 o'clock no microphone ba ku atu we ba ku nsia na ma pia kwagina janse no so busa mama part anya nipa no betra ha no akwaye no ani producer no owo ha no ani de wo so eye anya ona mebuso mo na ma sa wo mo no makwagina janse no so na me bon krofo amane won se me kwa Accra FM studio me kwa adwuma me kwa ya microphone ba ku nsi ho enti wo mo no mo nya dan se se wo mo nya dan o de ka kire me e se de no mo nya o ka se nipa Jimmy os da bi se onyimi ya so na ya kromfo wa hyeda o ya kromfo wa hyeda enti wo be ka kire na do bibia ni ho na so wa twi afam yes wa hyeda o ya kromfo wa hyeda. And this how you give us the Sam George was able to give us details. Give us details. We nyansa. Wajimi. Now this ni boy be Jimmy be. O jira no kan kwasi asem. Now since na mo da bia so na mo tiem se kom de mo no. Wajimi. Obi Kasima, listen to him. Now we are sitting here. BNI for your report. One would be a commo two for. BNI for and be an chini pano. Almost so ya no money media for no be able to say na to Galamseno. And the person to Galamseno report no war. And the Mia Obaba catch me, media over catch them say. Over catch them 7 years there. Me over catch them no catch them 7 years there. Why should I do? The report is with you. And your tomb for some more Mukoya the anyway and what a report no bre o tomb for no. And what tomb for and so a boom want to know. And or J report no and pa report no or ye who juma and what they a pang or hino. And you tomb for crowd collaborate with no report no. And I don't know drew fianuano or there's why you're in an intimate o tomb for so no to know. And yes, so I run in sa every no. And yes, Otumfo nyansa mu no onim se so de so te akonya no so a it will be very difficult enti yatu kwa wa hwe kra Ghana for beka sai wo ye ohene nti no Otumfo shield no enti Otumfo say ko enti oduru fie no so bia na enti mokofa no na adanse kro no amowo no mo de etare ho na yeso ohene wei wako jail ohene wei wako jail you have the young fathers for my you know say or this year or this year and the uniform or this year and this year who says anyway I could jail because of Galamsey and Kolano or no more year jumano or Makosa Juma come on Koso near Juma but what to know or coffee and Kolano ne gange for no more years I didn't know or the year or this year omo da so on sase en sase ni bi obetimi akoso obi antimi me stop no say mo nkon sase ne so e yo mo abusuan sase en so na abusuafo na eya sa de no how can you know into Rollins or the O level adwene en ebu o man en so na be ka se professor na ti akonya so amemu eye common sense eye 1 + 1 = 2 say 1 + 1 ebe e den ma on be so be ja tum say 2 na ya den ma wa na ase amemu aden intimity yam ya oti eni kwa so oti ya o ya Judiciary Rollins for 18 years no 19 years o take decisions freely o decision den pa no wa take and on fa because answer no 1 + 1 = 2 simple it ends there ye be sremo ye pamochaw we know what to do with this Galamsey matter we know and this need to be action maninko jail we know the problem but nobody wants to talk about it obia hwe ena ade na ekoso yesi akopie kuro bi so kwa me kuro no amkopie so no yesi nipa 10,000 ti kuro mu Galamsey community enyesa nipa 10,000 ti kuro mu asase no nyobi na de ma omo asase no nyobi dia asase no nyohini bi dia you see na unim kwasha me busa me ho yeso o ma hye adan say ehɔ ne ma nyina adan be no mo se no a empatadan edua ye twa ne sei adan be no mo se no a empatadan edua ye twa ne sei so modi abetire TV na mokɔ by next week no mo say to tram na no mo dua no mo aboba pata no mo there and Galamsey from that's how they live their life so a continental work we a common sense we just ya do go university just ya do go legon and say no nyansa say dey we am here no emfa fa so biaro who gave them that place who owns that land Yes, oh, Nana Ketetawe. Nana Baproche. Waruna Sasiwe Yanidia. Nana, what ya? Encrophobia betina. Any part 10,000 kwame. Enye easy number. Any part 10,000 yaw eya swatch ya santima mpomebwa. Yes. Enye easy town. So are we relocating any part 10,000 no? Na even ya di omoko. Na say enye se ye relocate omo so a ye omo dan e den na ye omo. Ebede no omo agyae. Asoja for no omo kwatena ho. Apres for no omo kwatena ho. You see, I didn't know I no ahun. Ya tete won sa no. Look, I am afraid that this thing in the future, a near future, a pretty rebel group. And you best struggle for so many years as a country. Decades. Let me clear one. Unless you and your member to sell Rollins back into the system. Into sa you be NOB cano arrest the chief. No, yanchi will be a yeah, a whole town. Ya can was him. Come here and was I. Yeah, a whole town. You can't watch them. Nobody is held responsible. Then they are talking about arms. Make assembly chair Ghana for during election time. Around June, July last year. And now Kwame check mame. Yeah. I say yaw enye empata dan kwa enye nua nai tell me ba kokura ye block dan e wo mu as this year den wait tell me they will just come back and rebuild. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Nana make assembly say Ekoba say yes your friend say castle you say arms about 12 so I said 13 kashi, and when we talk about even one kashi of arms yawanya grow 13 boxes ayira every castle Kandapa and Kashi and Ghana for Aquanwa a Gabi Chasa da coded Cosse National Security friends. As many one can be beer. The Aquaria Yana say NPP for no Asha say Busa say a Tuanua air Casa Ewo Rem. Ewo Galam say sites. Any a friend say Bokono. Omono busa MDC for say sa arms ni free hin Kwame so hu me catch omo say arms no MPP for the ko wrem omo de bi ko eye north NDC by no omo ko yire Kandapa de ni be gira eye badwam but Kandapa ya pani oh tu say ya pani ena Kandapa akra time a na NDC opposition no oh no hwe me pa oh Uncle Ken or yes sir tell the bia no ama or the bia 50,000 assembly from no dia bro. Oh, and I know cry say me baby yare. Hey Uncle Ken. Oh, Kandapa. Why yes sir say unim na abeka say unim no. Wajimi pa. Watch 100,000 there. Say oh my Ghana. It no 100,000 now in your free and chain into no. You are satisfied. But say all say oh my no. Oh you know who wajimi. Wouldn't him answer. What Jimmy? Sorry, what Jimmy? we say and this going be kanda party or yepa kanda party or yepa ade kase yes enti sa arms no e ko hefa and a boys in the akwa boys na gu ramo ono ne boys and you more boys NPP for boys in the gu ramo the kind of weapons they are ask Asumani and ask Asumani and you man ira no e wa hefa e fa hefa interrogate him Asumani ni namo atoto adan and I know say wine birthday say wine birthday say wine birthday na Asumani kwasia no no ojina akufo do bodam ni nchen na am say abodam group emwa say abedi ewu na nka wenum ka 79 anka de omo bodua ho wo ya me papa o wo ya me papa say wo ya me papa say papa no wo ya no doesn't mean you can destroy a country like Ghana kwa kanda pa question him masa atuo de fa hefa atuo de ko he call the former IGP question him
yes and omo court na come they say suit we own come na madwene ho amentiase NPP for omo law school way makola serious o come na and to think say and ko for part me atna kroma pa de omo abo omo asafo say wo mo na ye a friend is intellectuals no mo pa o Kwabena, nobody and the Supreme Court has said this on a number of times that nobody can stop the president from performing a constitutional duty. Nobody. And there are so many times.
But the president too cannot use his veto power, push the constitution aside and do whatever he wants.
Yes, no, do whatever he wants.
No, and Obi Philly say president ni BB or GD say N number. Then the president has the right to test the constitution.
Yes, but then a president on farmer.
That is why they went to court.
The issue, the fact is it fact. You can't concoct fact, and a fact is not about perspective. Fact are fact. What is the fact of this case? Fact in say president a reasonable petition for the removal of Chief Justice, and the president is mandated by the Constitution that in conjunction with the Council of State must determine whether there is a prima facie case to be answered by the Chief Justice. It's a duty imposed on the president by the Constitution. You cannot by a court action stop them. You cannot enjoin. It's a constitutional. The case of a friend is saying the NPP FOIA versus Inspector General of Police, the 31st December women's case. There are so many cases. The Supreme Court has set a time and number. Okay, J.H. Mensah versus Attorney General. When Ronnes wanted to appoint a Chief Justice, NPP for court to say they are going to stop the president. The president does not have the power. The president should not appoint a particular person as a Chief Justice. And as some Supreme Court, J.H. Mensah as Attorney General, and Supreme Court said so. Once the appointment of a Chief Justice is a duty, it's a power, a mandate imposed on the president by the Constitution, and you cannot, through any action, stop the president from performing a duty imposed on him by the Constitution. The Constitution as a president, Osaka petition, a former Council of State, Namonia Prima Facie. Ose my court to say me can stop a president from performing that duty. I mean, does this sound well to any well-thinking Ghanaian? Does it sound well? If you have any actioner, wait. Because the fact of the matter, once the prima facie is determined, a committee will be set to investigate the matter. That is where the chief justice have questions to answer. They say, what have they gone to court on? Mentiasia.
But what you saying this approach is the best? Even if, assuming, if Pacho, yes, Sayana or Magni, like, assuming, yes, based on petitions are Abenino, and yes, it demands that they get her out. That's another form of cleansing. The judiciary, the approach. That is what I'm asking. Is it the best?
The Constitution under Article 146.
Nipa no throw petition NDC executive.
No. The Constitution under Article 146 actually how a chief justice should be removed. Under Article 146, whether almost even in as far back 2023, Ekufuado received a petition for the removal of Justice Gertrude actually, Akoma Council of State advice. So no Ekufuado na. Oh yes, I did. Obi the court a man in Akoma Council of State to collect advice. You know, so I think it's neither here nor there. They should allow the processes should proceed. That nobody can stop the president from performing his constitutional duty. This matter is as simple and it's a settled case by the Supreme Court.
Thank you. One quick comment from A.B. Benson says, Bobie, it's like these NPP people, they read English in their own language and they understand it in their own senses. The English of the Constitution is clear to understand. No ambiguity. All right, so that's it. On top.
Over.
Bienvenue.
On a Minya Asafoji. And to be frank, I feel so proud.
Thank you.
About Asafoji. Me say Oba office for less than 1 month. Me call Eko Chiano. Eko shady cry. Now when you me wan kakra. Asafoji answer the this opposition. Young Krofubu on moi. Answer na ye position okuta sisi abemano no. Na previous government and the NDC. Now I hear Juma was fair pay. And nipa no a fair idea about how the system works. And this will be a deputy minister pay. Na our sector near the minister. A Juma near them farmer no. Basa for J. Maybe I can't be this is the first time crowd or year Juma as a civil servant. Maybe away. Now what just less than 3 months. I see a Juma no who said you in Tokure woman in routine. To the sense what me within 3 months. Who could bet my first was a Sanyama. Adani Yamani, I bet benefit ordinary Ghanaian. And the child say, as a for J, Obi who says, boy, Alcala, but I drew identity, and yet I'm quite drink. Now, but is the pointer. I just say NDC Muna, youth no, they have something better to offer. Professor Mills gave the youth opportunity. None of them messed up. Mahama gave the youth opportunity. None of them messed up. And youth were President Mahama Samomo Akwenya the second time. For the past 3 months, I'm young who say they are serious-minded people and they will deliver. Look at Sami Jamfi, good board. Within 3 months, the Timia legislation be passe artists or Masha Somuyejuma. Look at what is Erica J. Erica J within 3 months. Ashasi the innovation ba. Policies are hold or ba. Initiatives are hold or ba. Creative. As of for J, Kabe say almost week biano. Won't say Wabesha or Nabu Erikopuko. Oba wanche acha 10 minutes no ko.
I see.
And ne once watch the entire Oba ho. Erica J, the same thing. National Service Secretary, the same thing. Mino can say National Service, any Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Ewa Pamwa, National Service for Minister of Food and Agriculture, Esuafua, Agric Extension Officers 5,000 before my fee. Yeah, for Mudo Mama National Service. Na National Service for not to mapete. na omahwe emfu ahodo national service for ne ye no so na afi Ministry of Food and Agriculture and Kasa so feed Ghana policies no farms ahodo schools ahodo institution do be room nyina no na omo na ehwe omo so you see how unity no ekoso say aye connected and one agency no working in isolation will make sure say I can partner with this government agency, I can partner with this ministry, I can partner with this institution to make sure say you one a year agenda is to reset and is to rebuild and to make sure say Ghana you did Ghana baby seen in punto so as for Jay yanko ponshra na say obeye pa na abobi na ka owo na nkasa for Jay pa nye position de ma no a Bobie Ansah Tiafa ne saba nana Mate se ne Supreme Court akwa asetena about tokonu so obekwa na so nko no omo se omo de asem na akwa kwhye Sam Hoeju na me no omo de akwa kwhye okay nana easy NPP the NPP wa ba mu a omo cause crime committed crime with impunity no is because of the judiciary because omo say judiciary ne die omo atimi agrepe ho and into na Kufuado appoint chief justice now call bench no so Supreme Court bench no so get to tokunu ye can the first 5 or 6 senior most justice are not nka ho but Kufuado enim say NPP be lose 2024 election na NPP lose 2024 election that's okoyi obi a nimfie na ben retirement age a likely event is that John Dramani Mahama and NDC will had opportunity to appoint a new CJ and to okoyi obi a na nka won men ho kra because Kufuado eba ya no de tokonu eba nye 2022 or 2023 and then by Supreme Court oba na nkrofo bench ni so but we ni age no and to share that nominate no e de ne by thinking say NDC background no betwa 8 years wa 8 years ni nyina no still no Chief Justice until they will still have the grip and the control over the judiciary and NPP as a political party as their partner, money the beneficiary of whatever the biases and the criminality say cause the judiciary no, and they are always quick to run to the same court, thinking said they can use the legal gymnastics to delay the process. But in fact, now let me say one of the MPs saying say President Mahama should hold on, suspend a year process no what trigger no, because this is Supreme Court. Edi omo ruling beba on the injunction will be the akono. Me tell you na me say abodamsem. Say President Mahama na adwene say what na se atwa am Supreme Court need the decision about injunction whether to obesu na so nsomu a. It means the president himself doesn't know what he's doing. And now there Mate say some of the NPP MPs in Ikura are calling on traditional leaders ahemfo. Any sorry mpanyimfo say omon country President Mahama say mu onyi
ebu ye de ba
ma onyi Jesse Tokonu
there be ebu ye de ba
ebu ye de say ekon na pempen so a na be hu patafo already ron wan kasa de nam embassies chese o stress de bom boa say President Mahama kasa obetie san krofo na no asem omreko a petition e kwana na so petition mu a by this time kwama me da so to okra nka e say Ghana for me ebufu he must go Charlotte say no electoral commissioner Article 71 holders o kan hu bi e kwan faso di appoint electoral commissioner de sa kwana na faso de appoint chief justice e kwan faso di yi electoral commission edino commissioner edino sa kwa no na faso edi yi chief justice edi Charlotte say be sinne wonim krofo a petition ye
yesu ye yinadi
ebe sinne Charlotte say wo hu petition no hu say allegation say near level against me, claim say near level against me. Charlotte Osei was never given opportunity to even have access to the petition, not to talk about responding. Even when Charlotte Osei requested say yeah man a copy of the petition, the then Chief Justice Gloria Kufu catch Charlotte Osei close door, so don't worry, don't worry, because they knew that what they were doing. By the time Charlotte Osei we no near Yinedi. And yet ya na hope srado em yet ase say sa Charlotte Osei petition ya tro no Jubilee House wa omo ana tro ye. And omo fa ma no ya ma na kwanya say the President Mahama Tokonu request per the constitution no, or request 7 days no they respond. President Mahama man 10 days if I respond. When Charlotte Osei request here ni amfa ma no, but President Mahama has given you the opportunity to respond. Na ye ka ensem na petition mu bia o. Ebekwa ba sa kromfo ya na no akoti ntwobo ya $6 million yi. Adu bwan ya se hwan no. Ebekwa baba be wi ho. Mumisa say is it true? Say before 2024 election, sa akwa yi ana no ntwobo yi o provide bulletproof car at the command siege na. Mumisa say is it true? Now if it is true, it thinks it's not well to say Ghana be investigating why one no also the car a comma Chief Justice. Supreme Court Justice is not Chief Justice near or fast talk as the momo, same as MP, same as ministers. So why he? Why him? We need to investigate. Now, say President Mahama, there's no way he can reset Ghana without resetting the judiciary. Say over resetting Ghana. No judiciary. Any way then? Oh how? Akwa say bi wakwa wadware awie ahya atade abo beta tutu perfume agu abo suit uwie ya afi no akasa so koja onan. Eye consonant work. Because eho and the NPP for krono ma boni o ma die nyina no eho ene de bekwa kowie. Na the Chief Justice we free ho no mo a na se Ghana for nke benya opportunity ama I and the public ama Ghana for hu the kind of petition any evidence da ho no mo a u free say petition here the call no a President Mahama e di copy ama get tokonu as a judge or here no so we frivolous adanse bi anim eni nyina so bi a obeha no ho petition embassies obeha no ho akole on NPP na MP before na akole ahemfo ene so for some form anuntum. She knew what is coming and nothing will stop. She will go. Na yo no kwa
na huni enamene MPP phone bi Facebook. Hey, and this person mu eyi CJ ne efri ho your time omo targeting supposed MPP for onto person mu ade a na MPP for so person CJ ne etna ho.
Oh, Chief Justice sir.
Na me say on
person etna ho.
Some say CJ ne etna ho. Na so etna ho eye. Na so ne yi na di anye. Ne yi na di a oni to targeting crofo.
Chief Justice sir. Chief Justice sir. A minority leader Ede Parliament Speaker Ako Court. Na Parliament no a speaker no one constitutional powers the same way awo there to suspend Parliament citizens indefinite. Na onu speaker na gina the constitution a man to me I ma o same a to me or the to as a CJ no. I suspended Parliament indefinite. Na Chief Justice state bench so Supreme Court. So what is going on? What is going on? We are living in a country where Parliament cannot sit. Hey, your business. When the substantive matter our court to decide, has nothing to do with whether or not whether Parliament will sit or not. Say nipa we ɛda so tena hɔ as a chief justice. Say ama mami we tena hɔ for 4 years na so a resetter. It is say bio consonanti concert we no play because what try on macro no NPP for abonyi na enkusiaga.
Thank you. Divine. Bojara to prum.
Bobie the kind ma mincha ahwefo na etiefo nyina. Unum say ade we ade show no aje ntre ha because I say wo ho na wo show TV so. One show TV so na say we busy I will show phone so. One show phone so I will tell radio so. Na say and no so unum say me share that monitor mo Facebook no mo traction no all over. Unum say mo hit almost 20K.
I see.
Yes, we weren't observing. Now you're serious.
It's a man who tells you, media no be your cosa. We tells you.
Yo, but I say, unim, minia asafoji. Unim say, and sema wabet na no my spouse here, where we highlighted about what is happening at the scholarship secretariat. No, a idea a mammy. Hope be say, and your member to me. Na die oka ya metimu a me depa no the no objection no a enkrofo taking advantage of no one say or say enkrofo ebeji scholarship in the name of say my name warm no so they will give back to the country. Then after omanya opportunity to be educated, you know. Now they will come back. No, omumba na vidie omu de omania kochire obi man so omu serve omu. Now onim mimi ni mobi a Ghana man a man scholarship from Kenya West is so Microsoft. Yes.
Okay.
Oye juma on Microsoft or Ghana ni me to me ngase mo onye juma. But see no
ye ni ni
the sofa so ben pa ye nya as a country.
Ye ni sofa so.
And it's asem no kan say on mine rizika boa na say wo say open no objection ti no to me mabaka to isika maye never interest san so kra ka ho when you over a period of time ni ensa etumi akan sika ebio osaso ka new engagements are have with various ministries in the sectors, you know, all in line with ensuring say scholarship scheme no will operate in a way a better aligning with the national development agenda. And I don't know, when we don't build the consensus on the national development agenda, you better tie to your educational sector, your scholarship, any various sectors, and we will end up just educating people without any agenda, without any strategy. And the Honorable Waka say, they see an account minister, Yabema will education to see almost your no more mabaha, Nina Nam Nequanso. Now, unim, not sports one no can be. Sports, eh? Mimi, Madame Fubu of Human Pong. Unim say because of ball. And for where you are my fee poverty, let me catch us on more 100.
Oh, yeah.
Ball or no pay, me person me boni di.
As a professional,
or no crowd.
Let talk about ball or China.
And they were Frank.
Frank. Oh, say Frank a champ or you me playmate.
Minipa.
Frank a champ. And you Frank a champ.
Yes. Or no pay. Unu fi ofimwa or no pay. Unu zakara yon sene dia. Hwe oko abokobi.
Frank a champ.
Ko hwe facility a wasi wo honom ni kese hostel dey yeah. That is just one person. The likes of Asamoah Mu
Esienom Ajima Bedru the Omoyam communities.
So if sports development you be incorporating I'm telling you say if we have thousands, that's about 1,000 of such people in our society in the community, no benya advantage to acquire remittances or money benya through sa development the nyasem ketwa. Intimino sa sema okan na no media dey make akosini say I wish him well. I want him to succeed. And I hope say and sure the go akwam na beboa Ghana for. Na media dey make catch and say eniema e man Nanado ehun ye hi anko bebre edwa NPP aban no na ne kese no ebi fi sa secretariat ho.
I see.
Yes. Sa the secretariat ho no. Unim sa NPP for no go to their Facebook wall. Go George Kwatin mo ne sa boys no mo. You see them complaining say when they wanted scholarships no full soldiers near Toma omo ankasa.
Oh, that's bad.
Guy ba go crowd be tro no say manu susubi na so wi akete yo.
We are bo.
Yeah, the obi di ni ge. Esa so gini sika ka ho scholarship no so afa no.
Or the Dini girl?
Yes.
Or the Dini girl?
Ejini sika. Scholarship no so afa no.
Ejini sika na scholarship
no afa no. System ni mu. Sana mo nyina menji ni say bidia asafo eje. Oh, trase. Trase na wo. Bobie, asafo eje, I wish you all the best. And udenya botre na sanya wusua and now picking ropes for adwuma no. Monya ne saa. Na se ompe PRO there say o bebre etete ha omo fa me PRO. Ana honto se PRO adwuma metumi aye.
Oh, betumi aye.
Oh. The most important.
There be na question card dem come here na isi national chairman.
Apply. Unim. Bobie. Me bana wo ka asem bi about me ka chief justice assembly kakra. Bana wo ka about a krobia nkofobia akekere a
galamsey.
Omdi ye galamsey ewo omo ankasa ewo forest ni mu. Na onim say asem no me te ye na me koduedue mu. Onim say o ma sheda onim forest no mo ye yi wo mu no. O ma nja kwan kese a wo betumi afa so. O mu ja de moto pe. Moto. Sa odi moto. Ebe fam na wura mu a ho na machines no. It would o ma sheda nja kwan a betumi afa ba bia.
Ka timi mfa so.
Ka entumi mfa ho. Na kroni di ne say enkran abrewa ni nkran. Abrewa ni nkran. E no mo to no mo di boni and once a galamsey no to atese ni nyina no. You see the kind of ammunitions the weapons are omo will dey wo hono mo omo di face way for no. Intimi ba no me your research bi. Bobie wonim say ammunitions are during NPP na do time me be wura o man ni mu no. I'm going to give you a report on the record here no crampo ye chin officially. So you can imagine the number of a tuoni gansa and no the beba system ni mu a and no the entumi account for enu ne ehu ne bobre.
Yo.
The di kan wonim say November year twam ya 21st November ye baba to aba 2024 ya ye be to aba ya and the custom divisions of Ghana Revenue Authority almost CZ firearms 53 pistols 72 magazines and 65 live ammunitions.
Yo.
And only 21st November ya me de baby you.
Yo.
And I was northern region and na do mo ba ye no a ABC da. And he chased 6 people arrested for attempting to smuggle weapons into northern region, specifically Boko. And no happened on the 9th of December 2017. Again, you see, weapons in track detained at Temaport were licensed though. And only 10th May 2019.
Yo.
All these references are me making in the chat one 11th October 2020. 11th October. And also another 6 people arrested in connection with illegal arms importation. Unim say as her story say make Kenya if you like obi otemi bia in go with illegal arms and system proliferation from 2016 and the basis 2024 and the 2008. You realize say stories say only na bad during another time. It one na idea business how we imported this serious arms are. Use to system ni mu.
Simple question.
Ute police ni ya na o boko a o kasa o tape mo say omo o mako so mo kwa protect as citizens ewo bokono omo mom say as citizens mo mu na protect you mo no se wo hwetu a nkrofo no kita onu kra na onu oye police ni no kra shock am say he fa na san nkrofo no enya atuo no edi fi omo di shoot omo na de bia asem ameka ne say se opa asem e di ato tanfo so a hwehwe da asem ni siye on say omo accuse Mahama oh and now buy galamse sa abrowa in crime wey when say sa village no sa na start here almost 3 years ago really na sign the any village na create wo hono no over to me 1 month as I cross her structures as you want to say whole community a whole village you know you the 1 month you the 3 months you the 4 months as village sir and media de bakwa make say Mahama administration way I wrote an open letter to the president, and I was telling the president, say, he shouldn't joke with his communication. Otherwise, these people will continue to set the agenda and brand him in a negative light.
Onim.
Why?
From 2012 to 2016, NDC wunya major crisis about your communication. Oko opposition na munyina ushi NDC penibia. Oh, yenye bio. Some mistake in the yenya kwaya yenye bio. Quick response, precision, accurate information, blah 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 blah. Yeah, bio. Oh, all of a sudden, no more winning ye. So we be not catching on my oh the job more kasakeke. Oh the job.
The big see onim. NPP for no decide say. Omu control this
the narrative.
The narrative no. Omu na determine what Ghanaians should hear. Me wo. And I father friend me catch him phone so say divine. Matisa nkrofo NDC for mobile ti see cocaine adwuma mo ye organa ase pa de na medwen ho sen na mka tell say oh da na wasem we what be da ti see nipa ono chi cocaine a de ba Ghana no mum de be hye ne say nipa no mum chi nkrofo no mum jam me de ba free no
what trauma okeka
ti say mu na mo de ba wa bra no wache no Walk to Western region. Walk to airport. What's that swatch your port? Now we'll be at tennis store and they say, oh, mom, now they ban on the cocaine, but not cocaine. When I do cocaine bar or no such cocaine, no, there are 2 news.
Many one national security because oh, you just leave them, let them say what you're going to say. Now, Kwasia way, NDC be co-position, no, aquate.
No, you see,
a human about 2 years so. See, no, you must
for me, baby, I mean, no. What I know is say. The way they are managing the communication, yeah. On my you say, oh manenko, oh where they jam. See, and me, only NPP for the command. Do you know what they are telling you now? The NPP people are telling you that almost structures are breaking down. They don't have anything in the constituencies. So the only thing they have right now to rely on is the minority and their legal. It was some no the minority caucus and the league. It is a right now, no, even by this time, NDC should have a strategy. Almost destroy system no cry because right now, even I so be all drowning. They are cringing onto straws.
NDC is in the position to finish them.
But why? You see, if it's all about communication, you're allowing these people. No, be Obiako Korea, ECG. Containers. No about press conference. Now, and you know what I'm even finding difficult in say, how are they trying to even engage other people to help with communication? Because sometimes better I say, you know, sometimes you have to look and then serve for the information to come and speak on behalf. And then, as a for man can say more. She said, I want to grassroots for both because. All of them, they are shielding information, they are not releasing, and they are not engaging. And I'm allow NPP for number 2 agumu. Mini Chief Justice, Minister Bobie Ansah or no more. Because 1 minute near them, me de kwaba na say,
you have something here.
Oh, asemu. Hey, unim Chief Justice asem na honto can't send me. Udim say Chief Justice ade no mo yeri nyina no omo test pulse NPP for no say they want to now identify their loyalists within the judicial system with this court case no mo dey kono. They know say it is an end to nothing. The omu yeni na omu nim say nkosi yaga.
But omu him.
Eno na odi be hwem who say Jai Tokonu ekoye no. Unim say a lot of people have recused themselves.
Obi a twen ho.
Onu nkrofo no appoint na see me so yes on your appointment no. Na nipa yi no next ni sempacho wasem carry your cross. Unim so no akasa ni PA ni secretary for ni nyina resign. Nkrof yes someone resigning. Nkrofo person onu omunya adwuma no esi obi ayi na ma say okay because the trumpet there the first no be in kanasem. And as the NDC NPP for no see case when on the test and they want to see how the NDC handles the matter. And never mama will say either they are in for a brutal fight, or you're going to do the dilly-dally with them one next year, so we 4 years. Now, it's where testing grounds.
Now, Omode and Katokonu, no Mujai Tokonu dia.
Aha!
And the NDC should prepare for a whole bloodbath.
It's ano when for the Nami, Unim say, Madame Tokonu Sisiano, Wakodu point bia. Unim say, we are seeing a channel. And now we are seeing a phone. Into Unim, they see how Namwa, no canning some children crofo. Munjimio, one so coffee, no, my Unzo Kushiana, now Domonis uncle for the num he say, Ojinamu Pampis or no best at the record says she will fight till the end. They say, or no bet Jinamwa Kwa.
Thank you.
Minyamba media. Because of the me can't say Mwamidi can't chair on a mincha a cray affirmative for you now. Namincha NDC a bushing cooning and Namincha or my gun as soon now. The only said the nature of my office. Me assure them more penny for journalism, one many more dinky from opposition this now. Namu pin to as a for JD, I didn't quench your best and ideally that is the anticipation and I say said an amount for Susuno. But the nature of my office no. It was some touch of diplomacy because Secretariat deals with the embassies and international community. Even when sometimes you won't say Bibi Ako Ronga, you just can't jump into the media like that and be talking about issues because oh can they ebia oh can Kuntia Jomahama ebekwatia the previous regime. But then the missions no and I feel like the embassies no omudo mu NPP no mu NDC no mu CPP no mu omu government of Ghana. Inti obufane say the actions of NPP or if you like NDC ni na no represent
Ghana
government. Inti if you are not careful and you are always out there talking no, they also have their own reporting system and intelligence system.
Okay.
And so they are able to listen to you and based on what you the registrar is saying, they take decisions which may even affect the current government. Into a sensitive current sometimes anything amount say for all this while you bo me din na monte menka radio so and be a TV so.
Anyway,
but my ba because as a papa
I know.
My ba because as a papa because President Mahama as part of the 120-day achievement. Yeah. Two an amount P. And turn amount it's important say at this point to Ghana for bedding. No matter say the area or Ghana Scholarship Secretariat.
Sure.
Now there are two jamu be a so you rasa for J call hono. And yes, what can I know to be outside Sebi, yes, say Utoka na the question pass here. Say Ubi one would you so na the share could was as Ubi. But maybe me cry me any simple say Matoka na me say me dia kusi as Ubi and good. And so it's important here by basa time. Nearby be check normal me free say who be say Ghana for Betty free bra President Mahama dey adwuma share inside what now na challenges e ho no kakra me free say metimi abiem ama Ghana for so ate no mate yase no eno so me dey atudwa bia bi I will share with you off air
sure
because of the nature of it but kakra me free say me kind for problem bi am I can talk about it and
but mame Musa osa I asem we first yana minim se ubenya cause me menya cause because of bebre no anim se me no nyina free one place nipa baako enti omo hwe omo nya no normal they call me and obi o cry the issue is not about scholarship secretariat meaning so unya sa course no bebre so office no dey be pa na here so that everybody will be clear and who should contact you will be clear.
Okay, so scholarship secretariat I'm down no number 1 under civil service.
Okay.
Under civil service. Into your staff no nyina under civil service. So if you want to be cry inefficient, the best you can do or the worst you can do is to write through the presidency to head of civil service for a transfer. And sometimes if you want a new person to come, you can only write for secondment. Then a new person is there. Okay. When it comes to employment per se, my hands are tied kakra. Me buy and me who say omuni PR unit. And I believe say an institution like the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, any PR unit, the me because I should be the last person to be in the media. And I was the PRO of the secretariat and was all nanka wa be church yensem and now will be wire communication that so at all times say me betena ha dia no say for no be can bia na bia bibi anko ya na ba bia wa kan clarity ni wa then you follow me to give proper anti ebia ehɔ no de ye betimi ahwɛ hɔ na yes ye create ehɔ na na yetimi hu mwa so ye betimi de ayɛ aboa one. Number 2, and it's 70 say. And I'm a can answer, and I'm moving on. Yeah, administer scholarships. So scholarships, you want hold or bear me answer. You your friend of bilateral scholarships. Bilateral scholarships, no, your scholarships are a agreement, no, a government to government. Okay. Usually. Those scholarships are signed on behalf of government by the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Okay. Make us say the Euro kuja to any demont into mine. Inti I don't know yet maybe a government of Ghana any be a Cuba couldn't come. Pesenka Cuba, the one more doctors in a share more by medicine. The one more human resource. The Pesenka Musumu Maya Quenya maybe training Ghana for then the Cuban government will say okay. Any afi a bit me mamo akonya mamo di nipa be 100 nipa be 200 na mo di o maba no mo so aba be tap into the educational system no no ma be sua medicine no mo di aba be bo man Ghana enti they define the terms any Cuban government no ye bit me ahwe tuition ye de be ma mo free e bi kra na accommodation kra be free ti Ghana ban wo de o pese ye pese wo ya ne say omo allowances a omo de be to omo books ni no marketing bi mo fan support omo. So the government of Ghana's commitment will be only for the stipends.
Okay.
So what you say? I know bilateral arrangements they administer scholarships. Anyway, so actually speaking, you were a lot of them. You were Cuba, you were Russia. We have some in China. You were Caribbean, Barbados. You will be but students and endorse. So we have a lot of them hungry so kahun. Anti endorse. Any their friend non-bilateral scholarships. They are not there based on MOUs between the scholarship secretariat and independent institutions. Okay. And sometimes MOU bia, but say Bobie Ansah akonya scholarship Lincoln University or UK and our scholarship when your admission was Lincoln University and when your admission was Yale University and Harvard. Then now we apply say a buying sonasne. Then we will look at program na ye dia manon. Na ya share a buying priorities. Ni uzo program we dey say ma kwabna Bobie Ansah akoye na ye supporting na. Anya fi wo Ghana ni o sand ni dia na beba bebo man Ghana whether in the public sector or private sector no. Or they be born Ghana because look at your position. You have thousands of people listening to you in minutes, in seconds. And to say, your sponsor no akunya ni die so could be Eddie Abana Otiana Okasa. And said, we are Chechenia, Ujna classroom, or train nipa 1,000 a day. So, indirectly, even though you may be in the private sector, no, but you are impacting on Ghana at large. And that is why me personally have a problem when, even though the core mandate now na the and Chroma eti we know, and in Chroma Crack say, yen share brilliant but needy.
Okay.
And we are one aspect. And I yen also share human development. They say robotics aba, artificial intelligence aba. Now you know honto. Any admission war ebia, and as we speak we have Uko Algeria almost a special university dedicated to artificial intelligence. Nebia honto akonya admission wo ho a o se honto te TV so ye present you know undeserved scholarship. When we say poor, a relative poor is in a certain context. You are poor ne mama ne papa ni bi e wo sa aban so na sene. And you are poor in a context where honto program na okoye no o man ni hia sa human capital no. By your honto salary as a journalist. Woman enfie numa na enfie dukura se mo ntache ne salary ya entimi ntia.
Esia esapa.
Eso minim pa se ye no mo anenam. So kwabra minim so ati ase a eti se aban so eboa ma honto kwa e be as part of our bonding contract with your bonding no with honto no. Ye betimi aka chen say this program na oye wo radio and TV so no. On dedicated bia first 20 minutes for some education on artificial intelligence, which or boa or mine.
Emma man for nyamu interest.
Yes, nyamu interest because by the we are say kono even with them the background the bars obi am cry LLM national security law. Baby entokwa adru no accoutrements no they say a play little role. Entokwa movie from a 202 bomb to a different level where people can attack your critical infrastructure. And the consequences are so dire that you can be happy. If today Obi shut it down your grade, your national grader, for even 1 week, I do know the amount of money Ghana will lose. Meaning so what you say. So baby technology we are saying kono. Yes, you be here say you be catch it up. So we will always be at par with our young for in the global, you know. And so I know you're one side. Then we have institutional partnership. They say Bianca Wana or boss, you are said to Agungu Abba Secretariat. Oh, okay, me your business way, me. But Mahuse Ghana, when it comes to manpower, you need the public or more in the air. I deal with him. And the Okoto machine will cry, even do a bad boy, Juman. Say, who to Kema. To get somebody to even repair it, difficult. I just also had a quaman on it. And he can make them with Skakakra. The person can be to or fees. Nanka be a 6 months program. Scholarship Secretariat, Mobuana, Musumutia, stipends, big Akra, be about $400, be an $300, be copy say on baby 6 months. Collectively, no, these are people who could train you more in India. Maybe a baby say crana because of say scholarship participating in it. Obetime decide say yebeba be yama ban but at a free and idea at a lesser charge as compared to saying all the machines no be kwa bruchi cargo a year obetua ansa na almost so beji omo workmanship and then no more be replacing the machine so you get it so you were no so any individuals to say now me want to talk assembly. So, for instance, Secretariat in Bitme decided, and which is a program I draw. I've spoken to the Honorable Agric Minister Ira Erikopoku about it. He's happy, he's ready to accept it. So, also many proposal Ambra, just by way of information. Osha, your system, your sponsor a man for no we acquire degree undergraduate, no acquire no any degree, no be acquire masters, no be acquire we. But what is the overall effect? Most of these students, because of courses I know public administration, almost about MBA, now acquire MBA, no, and they come back and they add to the pool of unemployed. They come back and they add to the pool of the unemployed. It's then I was saying, the secretariat for the first time is of the view say I was say yes sir your modus operandi ne kakra na John Mahama Bosha or Shagana for so person unemployment so na mabunu nya adwuma yam ye align ye scholarships no in line with that. So the mama de honorable Ekopoku assembly for instance obehwa China for etimi abahaba behwe ye kuku sector no within a short time at the call mukrum yina ye hu machines a nansen o ma develop a o de ye drying o de ye harvesting me sure say hu bi social media ye gusu adopt old system no enti secretariat den na ye bitimi ayabo aban the be ye say ye bitimi design short courses e be maximum 6 months na ye de cocoa farmers no
for the agri sector
near the big China na ya fa bosu kai for kakra na ya fa so magazine for kakra na ya fa techima fita for kakra na ya hwe ada mo big near the kakra na omoni cocoa farmers ni nyina akọ ti wasa cocoa farmers ni sua the new mechanisms na China for na introduce a mo expand so fast no na ye fita for no so for those machines na complex simple hydraulic machines bi no mai no mo so esua no enti ombeba na bedu ba bi no so magazine for timiye okwa aboso ka mo timiye at a less and because they were sponsored by government omo ebetimi ye quota bi kure be ana percentage bi ebetimi aye say you can't sell it above this to our cocoa farmers, but if any other person be will be you can sell it at this price for the person now almost the raw cocoa sector then we can boost the agri sector. Many honorable Ekopoku di komo. It's a fantastic idea. Bring me the proposal and let it go.
Yeah, but Mira, my membusa we ansana ya step on. On say we are say uko dru baby a. Yes, ya hwe de ewe yachi ansana ya ba de ewe enim. Why do you anko akira asema ye nka anim ase?
Yes.
Since koto Ghana Scholarship Secretariat.
Okay. Ideally, no. We the depressions are there by coming say what be inherited assets, what be inherited liability. So as a leader, they also say what should be the way forward, what is the solution. And like I told you previously, a be also would the bad public domain now on your own adverse effects, and so sometimes you manage it. So I decided to channel most of these issues through Parliament and the Presidency.
Okay.
So that they appreciate baby Amewo. But I've had to be in the media to also explain to Ghanaians. Yes, sir, they are okay. A bedroom ready no. I say be betimiasi. Ne abuja say that then na wa ma bontia me chiri mama Ghana for hu. The okoto ye na afi na ene na wo ba.
Exactly.
Babia hu hia pass e wo say Ghana for hu the United Kingdom. Enti your party for no any nipa be frame concerning scholarships regarding relative to UK. And I tell them say UK there for now obiya nya abotre because honto me no ka say United Kingdom nkwa ye de ka 32 million pounds.
Ha
UK nkwa ye de omuka
no e ka obeto ye no
e ka me beto UK as much as 32 million pounds.
Ha
enti ubetimi honto ubetimi ahwe bi wa
ma me so me hwe bi
me de be ma wa mo ahwe
2.99 so 33 million
and now cram to say cost 32
ma me hwe bi dada
tuition Sumi
break down no institutions no ne e kai de omo so I don't want.
Yeah.
Oh, now Bobie be so boss. Don't worry. But quick now on
tuition balance 2023-2024. 9,897,000. 50 pence. Some mom dey say. Some coins no e dey chire. Okay, about the legacy debt. And also 2.572 million.
Within which range?
Pounds.
Pounds.
Within which
over 2023 2024 a stipends balance 13.2 million pounds. 2024-2025 tuition balance 4.1 million pounds. 2024-2025 stipend balance and also a 3.1 million pounds. To can you now more about 32,999,901 pounds. And we running up a 33 million pounds sterling. 33 million pounds sterling. They say that a pound here 21.
Manning from Braga.
Yeah, from Braga. Said the bear. You be who ye na. Who say Busian me pama by. Or they are cocotia. They say pound. They have a pound here 21.
Fan 20 cra.
21. We got 20 what to do times 33 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 693 million Ghana cedis. 93 million Ghana cedis.
Almost 700.
When your secretariat in Ekau, when you're non quan secretariat in Ekau, this is only limited to UK.
Other countries
in Maya, you have Hungary, you have Cuba, you have Dawson.
Wow.
What I say? Your Russia says Dawson. Morocco, Algeria, recently or Morocco and Algeria for were in the media. No movement is almost grant interview say the Omoka 11 months. Now ban we Ankasa by what this. Man who some better demonstration. Me ba na me person me di kan good news no.
But what
I say?
Yes, bad news.
No, me interview so I know how I'm building it. So you go.
So enti a car UK nko ye de 32 million pounds. How do anybody expect say within 3 months after you every day budget appropriations ya pass here because of changes the new EI now agencies be free OGM Office of Government Machinery here was say give me systems now you realigning it takes a certain time. You expect say all of a sudden government beats me a magic no at time 32 million pounds say UK for students more magic. So let me address the demonstration then the good news
Yes.
Me buy there na my me buy na students in UK because of non-payment in this way I just to na we have for register ya log me out of the student portal ebi mo graduate ya deny almost say be mo certificate ebi mo ho kra na che say school ni ma mo access to anything che say frustrations in kwana students and go through enti obeka there na me na mama administrator write a letter address it to this school. This should be the content. Fabra na me sign it. Na me the call. So me assume here me throw letters to almost all the universities your students work. Say new government, new president with a new vision, new registrar with a new vision. Meaning say John Mahama menina nyankita hu dia briefing chief of staff, my briefing president. Say this is the situation I'm confronted with. President Mahama ye committed say solve our issues in the field. But at the end of the day, it's not really about NPP. It's about our students' welfare. Because a Ghana fauna, whether ye ne dom kubu ya you
or a
Ghana ni, and so a government na said yes say or say or more welfare no ya taking care of. And sana say issues be or I was here dealing with individuals ya be dealing with them, and so they should give us some time. Na you ready a budget in your day. Envy na allotment be drew. Na ya share kwan be for so a payment plan with them. Because we there ka aba. Na students no so your peace of mind. I won't bet me there day. Esua ade. Ebi wo kra students ni bi wa a special case. Enti wo a otimi from no aka me situation ye bi kra me yare ya jema to yesi me koye surgery, yesi me koye say. Then what the me and say me friend head of mission no acting no my friend no nti scholarship secretary account no kakra be say na wum also say na wum so okay any advances on payment to student we because ono yare okoye surgery okoye say na ne yare no say magnitude no yehwa then we can now decide okay be man no be take it for the return now abafi now otimi abe stable. Even in some situations we will have to arrange for an online session for the student or what you say now still an ofie no kra no or to an addition so say they be on catchy. My many students in UK I virtual meeting me buy usually first quarter me and be follow me be say flyers or it's ongoing and many Cuba no more Caribbean and there never say me yebi but because of 1 or 2 media question Friday minimum a virtual meeting and in a virtual meeting I realized something and that is where the problem is. Some students were very political. So my question was 8 years ya demoka ebimu stipends no kura 2 years in sankan bi.
I see.
And let me mention these specific cases. There is a student and ask him kura na me yesu when your liver problem were bedridden since last year. Enti kawa ohwe no ho no besi se na otiase no nyame. But I also thought say yentimi ntina ho whether say if A or B emani BBC a Ghana ban ena yebebo ni din yebebo scholarship secretary din ti ono so me hwe say yebema no advance some payments whilst we wait for transfers to be made from finance to your then we sort issues out. So I think the critical issues were about 5 or 6 students. Your advance payments to them. Menoka say on the 26th I'll be in the UK to have town hall meetings with our students and have meetings with the management of the various universities where we will agree on a payment plan with all of them. Now edu okra na ebe pacho mama a discount to be because be a legacy debt. And debt needs to be what it has accrued since 2021. Students are my school da.
You know so da.
And also da and let me give you this information. Those who are instigating the demonstration are students on my way.
Yeah, no.
Omumum atro to secretariat no for no objection. I'm a secretariat na grant you no objection. I'm omanya kwanya I go through sa graduate route visa no. Omuti UK ho ye adwuma. Divine, that's the situation. Omumum na instigating demonstration against government. Ideally, me buy no, I stated my position. Say no objection no. The few say we should not be granting that. Because you can't scholarship then. Honto ewo ho. Aban honto apply say aban so masene na me ko penim di we famra. Aban so okay honto matene me so wasene ko fa nim die no. Fa bra o man Ghana na fa be so na yesu nya won fa so. Ya ma scholarship ko sua de awie. Then what rubber say ye ma wo letter I friend no objection letter. Said the bear o ma Ghana na mo betina broni ni krom. Na nim die na wonya no de ye adwuma contribute to the GDP. Yes, or my Ghana boka.
Yeah, nyamfa so bi amfuru so.
Yeah, nyamfa so bia. Sika na eden. Ase. Ti yeah develop obi to support the economy of a foreign country.
So that policy must be cancelled.
Oh yes, enti who dey say me ba ho. Previously no when ya sa kwanya na ma no objection ama wo to. What me manage in the situation of we school. To crowd and Kayan fans what the lotto. Then today, those instigating the demonstration are almost my real school. Do one eye or more my real school. And one of them, tell me minimum how he manages to do it. Yeah, mechanic dinner me watch you. Now what me your friend pious. Now news file, we say, oh no more discussing issues about scholarship. I think in the previous times, what we can say, a man for ton spams, man ton spams to survive. And me sure say what it be during the previous regime. No, what be ka we na. Men can say adequacy etua. I was say etua more comfortable. But when you are also privileged, say abama scholarship go babia no ababa ma scholarship a ubewi abetimi aka say opese otena obi man so na this side nim die no etena ho de boa obi economy and so me my proposal to the honorable Haruna Idrisu any president set a committee to the committee the last time we had a meeting then last week Friday said we should look at that no objection thing. So we school now or apply for no objection. The scholarship should be turned into a loan.
Yes. I see.
And the Jumana oh yen. Nay near Jumana and she share to take a certain percentage of Sikana or general at the end of the month, you know, where we can create a certain fund, a statutory fund that you're betting from a Jumanu, then the money is paid into that government fund. Popim say a kana ye bo hono ye beti eka so that ope say bi abensa tom che person obeje scholarship e de koye artificial intelligence and robotics e wo Israel onim say aban e sponsor no because aban here nipa was half field no ha e na yeso ye de a developer ye ho enti owia the onus is on him to come back so ye na adwen say on ma back there adwuma bi obe finding who will be and also tia sa aka no de ma aban na afi aban a recouping investment
this say ya bo caprenu
an ya boka te kwa apia na aboa na ode ne wa hye ta kwachi preku ama na efi ye no anam no so aya ama no
ya ma kwa apia
ye ya se kwa apia ma ohuru nkuku
kwa apia bre
na so wa aboa pi so that is the situation. Intimate my board committee na mane my board honorable minister mane say no objection e ka men ko anka yenhwe na for conditions been to him and I say ma award letter cry yen stating wom say uko wie na decide say oh ma these are the conditions Ghana boka bebre
so right now omo demonstration what are some of the issues
omo say yentua unpaid stipend omo sika na omo de show
since when
and yet about 2017 because o share kaya eda ho ya enye ka obetimi abro within 2 years o 32 million pounds is no joke o calculate more than half a million Ghana cedis no a billion Ghana cedis half a billion Ghana cedis
has Ghana taking that much from the UK government
no Debbie so what you say anti challenge wo ho minimum a virtual meeting me no can say 26 I'll be in the UK so we have a town hall meeting we discuss we have one-on-one yina ye be how best I bet me resolve issue me ba me briefly or mampani chief of staff na almost
in the first place you appreciate their issues
yes but they are acting in bad faith
why
because me ba I took steps to first of all write to all the universities to give us time and so they should allow students to have their peace and here one response most
so time duration bay
after April say me anticipate say by March na ready budget yen fa say April there you woman appropriation all those other things in the because any give me system changes are new credentials near the ade so yen fa say tentatively by 3rd week in April I was saying so yeah we then if you make me start transfers in the last week in April by May na yenya sika our accounts then we can begin to advance on payments to them schools
Monday response ne buy no who flow information
some of the investors yes some respond they sent people to my office me sure say who pictures me yesterday Northampton University rep was in my office And
student relay information
so this is the problem of the students.
Okay.
Oba scholarship secretariat. Your crophobia from schedule officers. In Tibia, Minia Thompson war scholarship or be a deputy director. But only in charge of UK as the schedule officer. And so all grievances are supposed to be channeled through Mensa Thompson. Dear Ebrono sono no abebo me mama. See, say was me engage leadership now, student leadership now. Now be a virtual meeting. Say was me engage management of the universities now. Maybe I know my virtual meeting. You get it. But me baffle from they be who and say all the student leaders wanted to bypass the schedule officers and communicate with me direct. Bobie, as a leader, how do I entertain some of these things? Not just about making useless of ABA. Until you're in charge of Cuba. Listowell are in charge of ABA Russia. Divine ABA in charge of US. Until they'll be treating these people with some disdain and contempt.
What was it? Listen, Cuba, Libya.
Minim say kwabna wate masia.
Yeah.
Student leadership no de omo yes on be ntu ho a na o mafrew. Obefeki wo se me vice president, me president. Ghana students one wo Cuba. They say me so okay, contact the schedule officer. And no omo ntiase. Say into omo misconstrue that to mean say the registrar is not giving them attention. Meanwhile, there are structures. And akwabna wo hwe unim say scholarship there. We met here phone near Sosa.
One boy shit.
Obi obefro obi wo fro ba akokra no vote me test very important serious issue. Afi obefro ne back no scholarship. Kwabna sometimes we do ho agura. Scholarship no we di agura de amahama mpe no. Obeche ni nyina wo phone so na ebedu tama ye be bie no officially no asa obi anya bi. Enti I try to avoid some calls, not because I don't respect the individuals, but because I would be a chair divine. Untimi.
And on him, the amount who say what's some a mobile.
Aden, catch me.
Senka behind the scenes for be kura obi animua, and hagene. Now the way only grassroots not deal for years.
Oh, but obviously we have plans for them, but
I know, but what I mean is wo press and crab more. Also, go ahead, no cost office, be or Obiani Nintino, Uncle Cram, you go no even Pampo, and no even number. But with you have been with the grassroots from Mampo, Kumasi, Accra, Central Region, Oko campaign or Western. So, the kind of pressure.
And see, many persons are working through structures. Other than that, I cannot work. Oko officer. Would you have course way one way create the document but two anymore unya time and reading TSA appreciate it. You may even sign something about the problem I had amount.
Mami Busa I say anyway meaning so buy and chair, but I don't know. Maybe it will be a little bit difficult. Is it true say sa ekanwa edahono? It be a ghost names. Now what track here who a quiet fast why your boss can. Because you see, when you tell me the ordinary Ghanaian that you had 32 million pounds, you had 32 million pounds. The question I ask myself, how can I know? What do I know?
I'm just adding up to the question. 32 million pounds. The first question, maybe say 33 million pounds. The first question, Bantin said, why now award this scholarships way? Because obviously scholarships are awarded based on the strength of a buying. You can't award or more awarded. Your friend is saying scholarships no on what basis? So if I say it,
yeah, because what kind of sanction? Then I find it very difficult to understand. Yeah.
So and I may be that document. Me no can say. No, it's okay. You don't worry. Me no can say. Men can say no crese. It be a ghost name, but it's highly possible because me by office. Sometimes you are there and somebody will call you. Oh, register. Paper power brochure na. Unyanya ne papers no. Unyanya permanent in the document is Bianca in America. residential permit and BB, but Uska or no crowd there. Why show me says me background secretariat don't have to pay my fees or no everything I there. Etia. Yeah, to information we mean I am sometimes putting it out there.
Yeah,
Tina make I say so you now appreciate my position.
So the person want to use the scholarship.
And if you are not careful, you may use the secretariat for assembly. For racketeer. Yes. What I say. And it's highly possible that Ubenyan Crawford ebi omo but omuni school.
But do you have any interest investigating?
Anything I mean to coin.
Okay.
So I am going with my auditors.
Good. I said why charity.
What you say? 32 now American. Me no ka say nipa be 100 and something be printed list no am tell me P refi. Akodu January. 32 ne 33 ne minus a little over 100 no.
I see.
Almost news entrance or makugu. Tia be se panic ni han. Ye mo omumra. Ana omuntu aso. Enko school no na kan nko soro. Nti ya trocrat ama you chief of staff. Say on my advice. Na you the response I did ma looking for. Yeah, discoveries because was our listening by men come from
Debbie. At least now you fair idea that U2 one among
what I say. Enti me buy your letter has Masisano.
Good.
With about 4 different security features.
I see.
Plus a seal.
I see.
Plus a seal. Your website now more scholarship secretariat dot something. Bear different, bear 3. My catch room so much shutting down.
Come again.
3 different websites. Neo omo bear websites bear different, bear 3.
I see.
And private people and a manage. Mama ma shutting down. They say your movie called Nita for system which is .gov.gh. They say the official website of the secretariat here, scholarship, Ghana scholarship.gov.gh. And we are in the process of reforming, but I felt say, Bibiana Obebabeka. Once I'm the chief of staff is always we keep him updated on normal area. The president knows what is going on at the secretariat, and the president also himself has a way of getting to know normal area. But at this point, now if you say no, I have to be in the media to let Ghanaians appreciate the so. Anything I may catch you earlier say, Omampanisha boss or bar or consolidating all scholarships from all sectors. Now they are share one organization because Nina are buying them Efika. Ubia obe passing mra ebe baba bo say yete scholarship secretary ni mra establish scholarship secretary too.
Oh, I see.
A executive fiat and oside for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah they establish Ghana scholarship secretariat. You Mahama a manifesto so about obe passing mra no a reforming or a consolidating all the scholarships in the various sectors under one. Timino Kasei committee was being chaired by Education Minister.
These are the achievements you want to touch on.
Yes.
Mama, just a minute. So I will come back live on our 100.5 Citizen Show. So one quick comment from Snaba Kwajo Nomafu says, Bobie, some of them even don't attend the schools after they enter the country for 1 month. Then they start working for money. Okay, so watching you live from West Ham in London, all right? So thank you. On your Facebook page, Kajaro, Francis says, good one there. Saniko says, Laya Baumia and NPP people destroyed Ghana even before they left. Julie Belinda Obri says, fireman. Wisdom, Bafa says, Asafoji, Ghanaians must also know. Come. All right, let me move on. Just put your sentences together. Okay, so Accra Van Dam says Asafo knows everything, but he's been diplomatic and economical with the issues. That's all. With the Judiciary, most of them don't follow procedures. They want shortcuts, using the boys at our Goro as our Goro boys in Ghana. Okay, Maria Adam says, I'm now a bit comfortable with your submission. All right, so you have Stephen also says, please, as I've joined this grassroots here scholarship. Hey, also no autumn you, Asana. Autumn Asana. By the way, anyway. Accra Van Dam says Kevin Taylor did an expose on the ghost names issue with scholarship secretariat. Okay, so Thomas Doji says Nanado just decided to destroy Ghana. Simple. All right, so Bobie Ansah for J, the scholarship secretariat need forensic auditing. And I am saying I don't know boss no. See I know so crack can't be no too quiet. You see, the man is just in the office barely a month or 2 months. So I mean, yeah, man, quite a crap. Albert Brack says that is what happened under Kingsley Ajimai. Selling of scholarships. Even the media guys are afraid to talk about him. Okay, Maria Adams says it's highly possible. It's not an answer. You need to go deep. Okay, so Maria Adams, comment we have later say. So because munya botreno on kasa na muntie interview ni. Now, more credit. I'm a bit comfortable. Okay, so Bobie, I think we are not serious as a country because all these students living in the UK. Do you guys think that after their studies they'll return back to Ghana? You know, also that's for JK 17. So, that's also better why Juma they are or minor they are then. Jonathan Ansah says, guess how much $33 million pounds can do in Ghana if we invested it in our educational institutions. Asunaba says some of, okay, so I think I've touched on Asunaba number 4 message. We have Wisdom Gaffa. Let me move on. Jonathan Atta says, as a matter of fact, we have the universities in Ghana who can deliver the undergraduate and most of these master's programs, even PhDs. We can support scholarship for specialized courses. And we can do this in Ghana. Simple. All right, so this one is coming from Jonathan Arthur. Thank you, Jonathan. DC Tender says, Commander, can you ask him whether do they have a threshold of how many people you can send to abroad? Because the former boss just charged money and pushed only NPP supporters or folks. And Asafo needs to be very careful dealing with such situation. All right, so but the point is that Asafo main point is way NPP. Obviously, he can't. You have to send this in because we are not on question campaign. But then this MPP need obviously old means in Nipa way. Okay, so your Amanin says, Kwabna, kindly ask Asafo whether they have renewed the contract with University of Northampton or something. Northampton. Okay, so in UK. Or say more renew more contract with them.
A new contract, yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Obin here says Honorable Asafo Honorable Asafo has demonstrated exceptional leadership skill. All right, so thank you. Lottie Jones, I'm putting it to him that his birth name is not Napo. Oh, come on. Let me leave this one. Then Napo. I want some more. Say, yeah, education will be a CMPP for us. Anyway, so let's come back to the issue. So Oba office, tell us. What do you say in office?
Oh.
President Mama 99 days. Who you say?
In fact, maybe the end of January in Kaun. Because my appointment was on 28th January. So February, March, April. After I may call 3 months.
Oh, okay. Until JM Kakra. Or no, and then when you're 100 days. Into only number 90 days. Sure, anyway. Sure. But 90 days, so tell us.
Until said an American president in fulfilling the manifesto promise, say or ye reforming Ghana scholarships no or tie committee omobe dinkitan which a co-opted member na yemfa bill enkoma attorney general na enko parliament yem pass it into law na me acta enebe establish ebe move from Ghana Scholarship Secretariat to Ghana Scholarship Authority, which will now manage. I know them say this week about daily listening. Yura Haruna Idrisu Koka say you overhaul minimum say daily graphic front page. Yeah. You overhaul scholarship secretariat. I had a lot of calls from the media houses. And the bill no I'm say the last Friday now, the Attorney General finalized the BPR. So I know this week it will minister the Beko cabinet. Once it is approved, it will now go to Parliament. Now most also there are formal procedures now. Then it comes to the floor. Nyamiya adom na yeji tuma. Said na American. We will have your selection criteria clearly defined in the act. Your considerations are and let me reiterate and place some emphasis on this one. Also, a lot of people focus on Thompson Ewo. Almost feel say scholarship should be about brilliant but needy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a component of our mandate. Intime, say free first no free stress policy you mama diaba. Now a part of your mandate, the new management say anchor overall best students of all the secondary schools in the deprived communities, automatic scholarship. At least that would have created.
But you know, Abani Betia carry the load.
Say more, you better carry.
Really?
Because already, local tertiary scholarships. Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, local tertiary scholarships. And the best or more passy, even with the brilliant but needy, you share the wabia ni fee sika semenya den enye enti the fact that you are needing interest say wabon ubenya scholarship e wo say we obi a wa demonstrate say mindie no ana adwene na nkasa mu da ho but sika sem no na etwe ye den e sign. That is the main criteria. Enti adenti na yenhwe omo na yensan so nhwe students are almost consciously no even though they are in deprived areas. But to say voter region, parts of the northern region, Okwa Central region, but yes, you classify more as me person use the word poor. No, so has a sikani one. Nanka overall best students in no. Ghana Scholarship Secretariat and more scholarship. At least that will also make sure say parents need to take some level of responsibility. Because Obia himself and a ba, it made in one wasi. Now pass it by overall best student. Name I the papa and how Moho University. I didn't think a parent in man and in Kunebano so be siadi.
Obe
pushy. Maybe say Ubusabe, maybe personal opinion. School I am free for everybody. Sometimes I want to own. Hey, on say Bible cracker, I say, baby, or Japadi, or no one will come my head. Utie na oba huntoba wo GIS utia dollars.
Sure.
Oba no wanyo homework aka so betwa ma.
Yeah, be GIS dino crash on the baba go no.
Oh, sometimes when you have some responsibility towards order, Emma, who parent no so who make sure say we have some follow up on akwala no to make sure say usika we invest en kokwa. Enti ye betimi ama to say ye me madwene no ye betimi aye no bibi to say overall best students in ye be for them na ya hwe brilliant but needy for no na ya for them. At least that will encourage some level of competition among the secondary schools.
Okay.
Commence Thompson him so yire ne ho na otopo ni school say room odem divine him so yire ne ho na odem a e betimi craft first 5 first 3 in every secondary school
because enkwala mo kromo omunima de no ebi also deprived areas omuso nima de
exactly so what you say then ye adwen say ye be hwe leap households no already once are buying wo a friend leap it is a leap for no enkolano or munkolano. The Obabon whom they so the Mumadi another name so nothing because I buy already did not to leap no so him say Papa we do Nisika. I buy crown a peck a cramano at the end of every month.
Okay. But I guess I for most women in local.
There be a local. Omono local. Tinamdika say local tertiary scholarships.
There be for Jesus.
There be. I know. So let me clarify. I know under local tertiary scholarships. So what you say? Na ya hwenanka.
Obi kwa be say na a local scholarship no so e course na.
There be a young course.
Okay, good.
I know usually no ye be launch krana. Ye tunsa friends and trophy.
Good.
That process is very transparent. Emma, ye say that say ye launch it. Your website obi abeko. Now open so your application why ye decentralize no. Ye ba almost all the districts. MC Ekas election panel no ho. MP Ekas election panel no ho. Ohene na so ohene rep Ekas election panel no ho. And members, 2 members from the secretariat. Inti yaye ayini na yaye exams every no aya so listen they go through some interview process with the selection panel. Then yaye selection we are near ma award letters no across Ghana. That is how it is done. No there it is not done in secrecy. Sa so na enipa bebre so ente bilateral scholarships na say. Bilateral especially Hungary. What happens is that Hungary for be embassy no be my I say oh you advertising. Enti nipa dodo say na apply to almost all the universities. Then they will now apply through the secretariat. Secretariat now has to nominate only 100. Say nipa 2,000 cry. Omono slots no 100. Enti yeah nominating 100 na bi no. Near the list number embassies no. The embassy now will now send the also be our individual university go Hungary or apply to. Then they will send it accordingly. Then the universities will send another email to the students where they will run another test with the students.
Okay.
And sometimes even though you are sending 100 no omu aptitude test with students maybe a 60 pen na nya kwanya. Minim say kwabna.
No, it's clear.
Enti said the amount for can wo abonten say na manya selection manya we enya omu kra omu nya selection ni nyina na nya admission no.
I see.
Because the student, the individual universities will run another test. And for PhD students, there were reps from the various public universities interviews for PhD students. And sana I don't cry in your final say what go through what pass interview when you automatic offer. The individual universities will also run another session with you. So I say I have for no the secretariat no cry hululwa you won't get it.
Just to have a very clean
system. The individual universities also has another layer. I almost do screening. To do all the 100 maybe but if you are 60 pen on this. If you are 70 pen on and when you are lucky. What you say? Now back to the meme buy me. Timeme baye said an American Macona bo Erikopoku.
Yeah.
Macona bo Elizabeth Ofuswa Jareho.
Yeah.
Dentina Meko because me share how ye bet me align ye scholarships no. Ama ye nya skills. Whilst we still continue with the academic
Okay.
Because the young say over the period certificate will be abenya. But the important so say I was any panel to me at the BB about my no my name so far so whether in the public or private sector.
Okay.
To say Osha rice farmers are any Vietnam institutions kakrakasa. We ready say you select rice farmers bear 50 beer. Or make me no man running bear 3 months and a 6 months program. No much best practices in rice farming. No much more said your my year or Mudiana and no be a major exporter of rice. Then they bring that knowledge back.
A policy we are in secretariat.
Media me metu bibiasa we me madwene management are discussing. Na ya hwe enti eno no ono oba obefa label so omo ni certificate and the BBI about white collar job. We also get employment through a ho. And this noise about Ghana, ye near Juma, Mabru near Jumani, kakra na ede, never form. Obi wo okra na, o de ni betu kwan, oko akwa skills ni wi a, ye wo national entrepreneurship and innovation program. Mini Erica J in Dano. We can easily push them, say, Mukra startup capitals about them as uncle for ye do omako be a China, ye do omako be a Malaysia, do omako Singapore, omako acquire skills we. So just give them the startup capitals. Or be in the Juma, or be funny pa.
Yeah.
Or funny pa, unemployment and so ye then. Etino. Bobie Ansah what you say. So we engage Brazil. Share Kumasi, share Kotokraba, share Techima market. Brazil, Omunkosuya, Hawa. You see, Brazil has a lot of big commercial markets. It generates so much revenue.
So how do you choose the people?
Through partnership with the various ministries. And yet, secretariat in the baby because we don't have direct contact with those.
You say Agreka.
Honorable Eriko Poku.
No more the Nipa.
Exactly.
Okay.
What you want to say?
Trade contact a magazine.
Yes. Trade for no crime. We may call Mame Elizabeth Ufusua Jari was also she's in charge of the industry. Skill set I lack industry so that we will align short programs towards and
just certificate
so for the first time you better say be a day Kotokraba market for leaders kakra Yafa Makola leaders kakra Yafa KJT leaders kakra Yafa Techima market leaders kakra Edo Muko Brazil but how we manage your commercial market
Oba umetra pavement should be
there be any what how we generate so much revenue and Ebwa Brazil economy no
yeah
meaning that what must ya Munko Vietnam Munko Siamra Munko China Munko Siamra wouldn't say and jute Cocoa Board is spending like more than $40 million on importation of jute bags. And a businessman no should take advantage of this thing. $40 million can stay in this economy. Unto an anime due to issue a murabi na idea, a murabi idea. It imagine say divine ever bear 10 acres will vote a whole baby. Thompson so will bear 5 acres be. Kwabna will bear 3 acres be or mampo.
The problem is obey na seven years CEO no. Obey say wo de no obeje. Obey say ho China.
Your mama so reset it. It is you no better ase.
Unya hu CEO aye kana asema yi.
CEO bia no wa me powerful than the president.
Unya hu CEO ase kana asema yi.
Ye o CEO a ono bro president so.
Unya hu bi da ho.
President media me say ye wura Mahama say or reset it.
That's why politics are changing.
Oh, let me share information with you, maybe I don't know if it's appropriate. But oh no, where it can go. The first time, Minyama appointment, I mean, president. Into Oba Kumasi Thanksgiving, and I mean, Kwenya said, oh, Mishana na Madanasi. Bobie, whom and you must more kind. Hey, that's what you hold on no more. A mass scholarship to say the Chenkatian.
Oh, so the president is aware.
Onim Obia, baby, or do Obia Kubiano. What they would to one other who would to the obey Bibia say, what was him. Kwabna, we say, was it one and not check? I said, yet Chenkatian. Onim Bibia, baby, especially with the young people. Baby, or the Yatina Biano, he's well briefed. Onim de na ekoso wo ho onim de nti odi obi aye den akotena ba bia obi wo and our expectations towards everybody the moment he said that and I'm who say papa no onim de oye den oye enti and I the okaka ho which I cannot share here no he is committed to the resetting agenda anya by mouth but the okaya no nti me say oye committed me no ka say Algerian Ambassador Besrame, I think last week. Unim say a part of President Mahama promise say yen share name create akwanya de bema ye Muslim brothers. Menini di nkomo no o share me bo say obema ye slot ama yakutreni imams.
Oh, okay.
Obema a slot. Ama yakwa ku trainee a teacher for instructors no much Arabic me. Osan so bema a slot for almost special university now a year into technology make us a year dedicated to artificial intelligence. We've written same letters to Qatar, some institutions in Qatar. Ebia by Ochina, I was say and also me we who and by hopefully by after Easter, meeting me good news kakra. Most of these universities are ready to give even full scholarships, including accommodation.
I see.
To our Muslims brothers. So by next week we will be having a meeting with the Inner Cities and Zongo Development Secretariat to also brief them on Sano Mano. So we will handle the selection to them because menye kremoni. So among nim and kremofo na nkasa amobe meet criteria because I was say in the instruction the language of instruction will be in Arabic. So the presumption is that you must have the basics. Now wakoye imam training no. Now wakoye Arabic you know. And there is special focus on also TVET instructors. Yebe more a certain quota. Ama TV omako advance or nim die no. Etimi abeboa TVET. No problem.
Yeah.
Omama etete account. Omama etete. Mati. So and the TVET instructor so ebenya omo de omo tra de your nursing training colleges no so benya omo de oh yes yeah 30 ye bibia towards the manifesto promises of the president.
Okay.
Enti kwabna munye rest assured the yes try enkwane ahoden ema yewra John Dramani Mahama ene abutre but for UK for ne de 8 years once waka wanu atum 3 months ena obey demonstration abeka say John Mahama yeden and 3 months ena obey demonstration kasa asafo agya yeden when President Mahama demonstrated good faith
da ben na so ko no
26.
Okay, because yeah can say minim omo de but they be testing some UK demonstration come count but omo nko so also be ba the weight
of I've informed the mission.
Yeah.
The mission knows say
about 3 text messages. Say sana waka omo tie ebi so omo West Ham ebi so omo he omo nko demonstrate omo so omo nko bi enya say omo enko they are not the organizers omo say sana mat they are not going they wait Oba now be share Oma the Oba catch on the dedicated.
Exactly. Every crowd may do 26, you know. Now finance minister Adaroma, Sikaka Krebia Eden, Abba. Now I bet me Abba even before 26. Now you're to be momo. But so because away demonstration at this stage, you represent Mama Credit still and you will process his more finance care eco agencies. They no on ye.
All right. And yeah, and on ye. SSUBB a live around 125 citizens show Mr. Asafwaji ya dim komo bebre ne na mejiri se omanfo a na monti a scholarship secretariat in Sensman and the monti said there are new proposals or there are a good table so we are just hoping with Niama Bobo so no a back kick off time, baby.
In fact, I mean, I say you are Kofi Adams cross my delegation to my officer. Yeah, sports class students or more there was sports. Your university be Canada.
Perfect.
Gambling State University, Canada. Or more into sports development. On the life no be able to be academics.
Formal education.
Nye bibia na academics. Kwabna minim so what asia. Obi wo ha, obetimi de na ko university so nko fashion and design. Exams be do ontro how in orderly manner no how are pam ontimi intro but what the machines in anymore obe bo achen de broni bia ye kra wo ton be $5,000 or $2,000 but sadly because of formal education one pass exams
na say honorable and crofon ko gynecology school but
asema o kan de asa o kam obi o
adwuma o mo ye
na carry the bakura di man na carry the bakura di man
grofo ye science
obi abobi bi o obi abobi bi
adwuma grofo ye
o kana se no ne sa kyerɛ
ya se ku